Hey YouTube, what is up? How are y'all doing? So, while back we did a silver refining video and I showed you what I do to get silver, how I acquire it, and how I go through the process of melting it into shot and getting about 98 to 99% pure silver shot. And then I run it through my electrolytic silver cell. Now, I'll explain how that is or how that works, what it is, and all that in this video. So here is some silver shot. Let me pull it out of the basket here. Here's a piece of silver shot. Okay. Now, an electrolytic silver cell works like this. Hold on a second. We have a power source. Come down the wire. The current is open and closed through this stainless steel bowl. Okay, we call that the cathode. Okay, so having a cathode means you need an anode to close the circuit. Our anode is a piece of silver that connects to the hot side. So the way we generate this circuit is I use a brass strip like this. This is just basic hose clamp. Put two of them together and I make sure that the brass is touching the stainless steel there. Okay, and then I install the hose clamp around the brass. Alright, that's good. Tighten it up. Good to go. Alright, so from here we are gonna basically have it to where our negative side goes here and our positive side is going to be in the bowl there. Okay, what I got to do now at this point would be to make an electrolyte, and the way we do that is we use pure silver and we dissolve it in nitric acid, and that will be the liquid, the medium that sits in the bowl. Okay, and then we need to make what we call an anode basket. I use one of these. I learned from a guy named Sreetips, Sreetips, good dude, and we use a filter, Dacron shop vac filter. Usually it says type E, I believe, but I don't know. If you want a number though, you can get that QR. Okay, so we have that filter. I open it and I use just a little thing like this, and I stuff it down in there real nice, and then I use a razor and just slice along here and cut the edges off the Dacron bag, and that gives us this basket. There's holes drilled in the bottom of the basket, so when it sits right here, the electrolyte can flow into the basket and make contact with the silver shot that we put in here. Okay, sounds good. So I made a simple lid, just a piece of what was a bucket, and I just put twisty ties here. I just do that and wrap it around this, So, you know, it has somewhere to go. If I need to lift it, easy peasy, good to go. I can access the cell. For installation now, what I use right here is a copper wire. At the bottom of it is a brass nut, or I'm sorry, brass bolt, and then I have a brass wing nut to attach it. I have a hole, a circle put on there so it can go around our power source after we're all plugged in. From here, I'm gonna attach the bolt with the nut. I mean, mind you, this is all brass so we can keep our current, our electric current going. This angle sucks. Hold on a minute. Alright, there we go. Anywho, in the next video, I am going to be refining some 14K gold into 24 karat gold. So if you want to stay around for that, cool beans. If it ain't your thing, cool with that too. Do what you do. I don't give a fuck. It's up to what you like, right? That's right. Okay, so this will go to our negative side of our power supply. Our positive side, this, is going to be the anode. Okay, the negative side, which is this, will be our cathode. So I have poured a piece of silver in a funky way to where I can just use this clip and clip it right on. And then that will sit in this bucket in the anode basket. Okay, and then that anode basket will be sitting in here. The pure electrolyte from the pure silver that I dissolve will be in here mixed with water. It's about 1-to-3 ratio. I use about a liter, about a liter of electrolyte. Mind you, the electrolyte I'm using will be clear because it's pure. This electrolyte here has already been ran through. I'm actually filming this video kind of backwards. I filmed me harvesting the silver first, so then I could take it apart and show you guys what I'm doing. Alright, so I will use about a liter and then 2 liters or whatever, top it off to where the water is just going over those holes in the basket there that I had. So I just fill it up to where the water is about here. And then we enter our anode and we have created a current. The shot in the bowl and the current from the walls of the bowl, what happens is the ions of silver transfer over electrically and they played out on the still of the bowl. So anything other than silver ions will stay trapped in this Dacron filter. So you're getting extremely high purity silver this way. If you need to know how much, what you need in the electrolyte, I usually like to, I start off with I would say about 3 ounces, 3 troy ounces of silver. You can do more, you can do less, you know, depending on what you have. This run, I think I did 3 ounces, and I filled this basket up, I'll say probably 4 times fully, and ran it, and now I'm harvesting what's left. Right now I'm trying to cook off the water from the crystals I harvested, but okay, so now let's show you here. This is the power supply. So I'm going to open this, which is our negative, install this. Okay. Cool. Get that nice and tight. When I have the cell running, it is up on this and sits just like that. Okay. We put our shot in the Dacron filter. We have our electrolyte in there, and then we put that on the silver shot, and we press the power on, which is kind of dumb to do right now, but and there you go. That's how it is. You let that run until your heart's content. You do not want the crystals that form in here. Do not let them reach out and touch the basket, because it will burn a hole in your filter. It'll burn a hole in this Dacron filter, and then those impure slimes will actually leak out into your pure silver. So we don't want that to happen. What else? I don't know. I guess if y'all got any questions, let me know. Now this is the electrolyte that I just ran through there. So what I'm going to do is put copper in these, and I'm going to cement out all the silver that's still left in that electrolyte, and that way I will have a little starting point for the next run. I think that's it. So like I said, I filmed the last part of this first, and I'll go ahead and show you that now. If y'all got any questions, just hit up the comment section. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, let me know, and we'll catch y'all in a minute. Okay, here is the silver cell in action. Here's our negative side going to the cathode, and our positive anode hooked up. Boom, silver shot in the basket, and the electric current is transferring the ions onto the cathode. So we'll get to harvesting this here in a second. Running at 1.62 amps, 3.5 volts. I keep it at 3.5 volts usually. The amps jump around depending on the connection inside the basket, how much shot is in there, how saturated it is with the electrolyte, and just like that. So let me set up the camera here, and we're going to go ahead and harvest this batch. Alright, I'm going to cut the power off. I've got a bowl here for my electrolyte. Take that off. You can see how I have this. I just poured a little bit of silver and had that on there for the thing to hook up to, and it just sits down in the basket. I'm going to remove the basket. Alright. Remove the lid. Okay. Now, I don't know if the camera can see, but I'm going to take this brass nut off. So I can remove the negative side here. Alright. There we go. Now, there's plenty of ways to do this. For me, it's just going to be easier right now to pour all this electrolyte into this pan and then use a small beaker, transfer it into these, and we will cement the silver back out of the solution that hasn't been used yet. Now, mind you, the crystal growth can get way bigger than what I've got here, but I just ran out of silver shot to keep feeding the cell. So on this run, we're just harvesting this much. Look at that. Beautiful. So I'm just going to transfer this liquid into these for saving. And then later, I'll place copper into this liquid. And the silver that's still in solution will cement back out, and I can make some more fresh shot. That shot will be 98 to 99% pure, but you know, it won't be completely pure because there is a bit of copper left. Reason being is we use copper to cement the silver out of solution. Alright, now what I'm going to do here is just give this a few rinses with some distilled water while it's in the bowl. Try to clean some of that up. And then I will scrape it all into a beaker and give it a good thorough clean. Now we want to use distilled water here because there is still silver contained in this liquid that's on these crystals. So if you use tap water, it'll contain chlorine, and instead of being able to cement the silver back out with copper, you'll end up with silver chloride, and then you'll have to use sugar and salt and whatever and it just creates a mess. You got to oxidize it. I just don't prefer making that much of a mess. Alright, now I've got some distilled water here boiling, not boiling, but getting a little warm here. We're going to use that. And I'm going to just keep rinsing these off for a little bit. Well, I don't need these anymore. Alright. Woo. Nice. Alright, I'm going to keep doing that, and I'll be right back. Alright, now we're going to scrape the crystals out. I use just a little rubber spoon, or a plastic, not quite rubber. And then we're going to rinse them out a few more times in one of the big beakers. Look at how that comes out. So sometimes it'll plate out on the side and come out in a chunk with a mirror finish on the back. Let's get a crystal out of here. These crystals do fall apart fairly easy, so just to let you know. Alright, let's get it into a beaker. Well, I hope this video helped anybody who might have been wondering about this or looking into creating their own silver cell. I've showed on a past video how to go about refining the sterling, and now I figured we would go ahead and show you the silver cell production. So let me get all this out of here. Not on camera, so I don't bore you to death. And I'll get it all rinsed out and we'll take a good look at it. Alright y'all, if you made it this far through the video, you're a fucking legend. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Look at that beautiful shite, boy. That's beautiful. They grow like little trees. Yeah, if you want some, holler at me. I do sell these little packages with the bag, and these I usually put 5 of them in a bag. Some people like that shit, so I do sell them like that. If anybody's interested. If not, now you know how I go through it, what the process is, and I'll try to get a weight on this, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. Let's give it a shot here. Hold on. Get the camera up on here. I don't know if that's going to be possible, because this fucking scale, there's no way in hell. No way in hell this little scale is going to be able to. Let's see if we can get a weight. Let's just go to troy ounces. We've got 30 troy ounces. 30 troy ounces. That is not bad at all. Each troy ounce is 31.1 grams. So you do the math. That's cool. We've got, yeah, well over 900 grams there. Well over 30 troy ounces. This is the purest silver you can get. So, like I said, if you made it to the end, you're a fucking legend. Props to you. Holler at me. You know, if this is something you enjoy, if you'd like to see more, we're going to be doing gold next. And I don't know what else to tell you. Some beautiful shit. That's what you get right there. It grows just like nature via the electric current. Alright, man. Y'all have a good day. This is going to be the end of this one. Drop some comments. If you enjoyed this, please drop a like. I don't get any, participation on my videos much. So A like would be cool. Alright, y'all have a good day. Catch you on the next one.